I want to take you through a few different tests using the 32-bit mode on the LUMIX GH7. I have the XLR2 adapter to enable this feature, and this is something only on the GH7 for the LUMIX system right now. I assume that will change in the future as new cameras come out, but for right now, you need a GH7 with the XLR2 adapter to make this work. Right now, the camera is in 24-bit mode, but in a moment, I'm going to test out 32-bit mode, and we're going to do a few different things. We're going to test whispering, really low volume content, to see how noisy it is on that side of the spectrum, and then obviously push it to its limit with the really loud volume. So I'm going to be screaming here in a moment, intentionally trying to clip or distort that audio and see if it's salvageable in that 32-bit mode. If you've recorded 24-bit, which I'm sure you have because it's been what we've all been doing for the last decade or two, recording 24-bit audio, you know that if something gets too loud, it obviously clips, it distorts, and it can become a problem, and we're going to test that out. But I really want to see if that 32-bit mode actually saves the day. So I'm recording two different audio tracks. I have this condenser mic here. This is the pod mic from Rode. And I also have the classic DJI mic, just bare right on my chest, as a lot of people you'll see nowadays record audio this way. Both of these microphones are plugged into that XLR2 adapter. You need that to enable 32-bit. You can't record 32-bit internally with the camera alone. You need the external XLR2 adapter to make this work. So this is run with XLR right into the XLR2, and this is run into the XLR2 in the input 3 slot. That's a 3.5 millimeter input on the XLR2. I balanced both of the audio levels for these cameras in 24-bit mode. Again, that's what you're listening to now, to try and get that Goldilocks sweet spot. So I tested my voice, tried to set it right in the middle, not too loud, not too quiet, just to get a good level at 24-bit mode. So we're gonna test out whispering and screaming, and then we're gonna switch it to 32-bit mode. Same test, whispering and screaming. And then I'm gonna test AI. If you were recording in 24-bit mode, would you be able to save some of this using some of the new AI features from Adobe or similar companies that have some audio processing AI? How salvageable is this content if you're using AI? Few tests coming, so stay tuned. All right, so this first test, I'm in 24-bit mode, still recording the traditional way that we always do, speaking really quiet. A lot of times you'll have an interview subject and you ask them to raise their voice and they just, for whatever reason, are just very soft-spoken. That's not me. This is not normally how I talk. It's not my goal to make ASMR content, but if you are into ASMR content, this might be an interesting test for you. Again, this is 24-bit. We're not at 32-bit yet, and I'm just running regular audio here and audio here. I'll designate on screen which one you're listening to so you can get a sense of how they sound in the whisper test. Still in 24-bit, and I'm gonna start screaming. This would be an example of maybe you're recording a sporting event and people start screaming, cheering. You've got your talent mic'd up. Maybe they're a parent and they're excited for their young student athlete who just scored a touchdown or made the final three-pointer in the game, and they go wild. This is a very common scenario, especially if you're filming any kind of reality television, documentary, real life, real world type stuff. You set your audio levels and inevitably the subject starts screaming because they're excited. Maybe that's a scenario, or maybe they're devastated, but we're gonna pretend they're screaming for excitement for this scenario. So I'm gonna test that out. Again, 24-bit mode. Go! Yeah! Go, 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 go! Go! Yeah! Go, go, go! I apologize for that. I'm sure it sounded terrible. Now I've switched to the 32-bit mode. So I'm recording 32-bit audio. You can hear how that sounds just in my normal speaking voice, again, with these two different microphones. And what's really cool on the GH7 is when you put it into 32-bit mode, you no longer have your traditional green, yellow, and red monitoring for your audio levels. That traditional, you're clipping, it's red, it's, in Mission Impossible, it's toast. Toast. It's too loud. When you switch to 32-bit mode, those meters go all green, basically saying you have unlimited range here. It doesn't matter what your levels are. Get them in the zone and you'll be good to go. And I'm actually gonna put that to the test now. So we're gonna do the same thing, again, 32-bit mode, that's what I'm recording right now. I don't have the limiters turned on. That's another test I'm gonna do here in a moment on the XLR2. There are limiters built in. So again, I'll do 24-bit and 32-bit for that. But right now, let's start with that whisper test in 32-bit mode. So here I am talking in that same quiet voice. Maybe your subject, you've asked them again, hey, could you speak a little louder? Could you speak a little louder? And for whatever reason, this is as loud as they get. They think, I am projecting. I am telling you, this is as loud as I go. And they just are a really soft-spoken type person. And they don't know how to raise their voice because they like to be very soft and zen and soft-spoken. And it makes the audio quite noisy in certain situations, and that can be quite frustrating. Of course, you can clean it up with post-processing, but no one wants to have to do that. You want people to talk loud so you can actually hear what they're saying. And now for that screaming test. Again, an enthusiastic parent, super excited about whatever just happened in the big game. Let's give that a listen. And watch your ears, probably loud, but hopefully with that 32-bit, it's all saved.
Go, 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 yeah, you got it! Go, 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 go! Yeah, 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 yeah! Go! Go, 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 yeah, you got it! Go, 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 go! Yeah, 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 yeah! Go!
We'll see how all that sounds in editing. But now I'm going to test the limiter on the XLR2. Again, because the audio has to be run to the XLR2, we need to turn the limiter on there if we want to test that feature. So I'm going to flip it on for both of my inputs and see if that helps save us a little bit going back to 24-bit mode. So I'm going to switch all those settings right now and be back in a moment. Okay, so everything's back in 24-bit. I can see the red audio meters signaling that, hey, I've got to watch out. I could clip, I could distort my audio if it's running too loud. I've got it back in that mode with my limiters on for both the XLR and the 3.5 millimeter inputs. So limiters really only matter for screaming. So I'm gonna put that through the test right now. Again, 24-bit mode, screaming test. Here we go.
Go, 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 yeah, go, 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 yeah, yeah! Go, 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 yeah, go, 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 yeah, yeah!
Just switch to 32-bit mode, still have the limiters on. We're gonna see if that makes any difference or it doesn't really matter in 32-bit mode. We'll give it a test. Here we go.
Go, yeah, go, 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 yeah, go, 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 yeah, go, yeah, yeah!
This will be a really fun test to see how this performs. It's the first time I've done this. Well, that's technically not true. I did do this test earlier.
So they might scream like this and go, yeah, yeah, go, 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 go!
But there were some problems with my setup. It had some more noise than I was comfortable with. There was some echo, so I wanted to come in the studio, give it a little bit better sound for you all. But I did test this once before.
Yeah, let's go, let's go! Yeah, let's go! Come on! Go, 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 go! Go!
And it was slightly imperfect, although the results were promising. So let's get all this into the computer and see how it sounds. You probably know more than me at this point because I put it all on screen. Basically what I did was normalized all the volume to the same consistent tone. So all the whispering I brought louder, all the loud stuff I brought quieter to normalize the volume across the track to really show the difference between what you can do with 24-bit and 32-bit. So now that you've heard all of that, I'm gonna run it all through AI audio processing, the Adobe speech enhancer, to see if that's able to compensate, save the day, make it sound better, make it sound worse. I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna play for you right now. This will be all AI processed from the original. So I didn't do anything to this. It all came straight off the camera, right through Adobe AI to see what that sounds like. Here you go. All right, so this first test, I'm in 24-bit mode, still recording the traditional way that we always do, speaking really quiet. A lot of times you'll have an interview subject and you ask them to raise their voice and they just, for whatever reason, are just very soft-spoken. That's not me. This is not normally how I talk. It's not my goal to make ASMR content, but if you are into ASMR content, this might be an interesting test for you.
Go! Yeah! Go, 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 go! Go! Yeah! Go, go, go!
So here I am talking in that same quiet voice. Maybe your subject, you've asked them again, hey, could you speak a little louder? Could you speak a little louder? And for whatever reason, this is as loud as they get. They think, I am projecting. I am telling you, this is as loud as I go. And they just are a really soft-spoken type person.
Yeah, 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 yeah! Go!
Hey there, it's me from the future. You can tell because I put my hat on and I've watched the footage, I've listened to the audio and realized that there's still some distortion in the 32-bit footage. And I don't know why that would be. It just seems really strange to me considering my earlier test where I had better luck saving the audio that I was still getting some distortion with this microphone, with this setup. So sorry, I'm gonna scream one more time, but I wanna see if this is just a limitation or something maybe I'm doing wrong.
Let's go!
The other possibility that it might be is that my wind is actually hitting that diaphragm in the microphone, causing those pops or distortions because I'm screaming so loud, projecting so much air directly at the microphone. So I'm gonna try it one more time facing a slightly different direction, and maybe that'll solve the problem instead.
Let's go! All right, let's go! Yeah! Come on!
Okay, I've listened to those audio clips and I'm still hearing almost like a clapping sound every time I first burst and scream. And I don't know what is causing that at this point in time. Is it this microphone? Am I pushing it beyond its limit? Is there a setting in the camera that I'm unaware of? I really don't know what it is. I'll actually put up a screenshot here and you can see these distinct peaks where it's not really distorting, it's not clipping in the traditional way. Anytime I'm screaming, and you can hear my throat is definitely reached its limit for the day, so I can't do any more screaming like that. I need to take a couple days off, I think. But you can see these distinct peaks in the waveform where it sounds like a clap. I don't know if I was hitting something. I don't think so. But the screaming definitely is saved from that distortion. The 32-bit is definitely better, but it still is hitting some limit somewhere in the system. I think it's probably this microphone. I was having better luck with my earlier setup when I was testing first in the kitchen. Lav mic right here on my chest. I'll touch it so you can kind of know where it's at. That's the placement. Using the lav mic connected to my DJI mic. So I think this is an anomaly. I don't think it's necessarily something you need to worry about, but I did want to point it out that this is a strange limitation with this setup where I'm still not able to have that perfect crisp 32-bit audio. Something is happening where I'm pushing it beyond its limit, whereas in another situation with the lav mic, I was able to save it pretty much completely.
Yeah! Go, 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 go! Yeah, let's go, let's go! Yeah, let's go!
So it's quite impressive. It's definitely an advantage. It's unfortunate that it requires kind of this bulky adapter on top of the camera. Ideally, this would be stuff we could do internally as well. Hopefully on future cameras, we get 32-bit built right in. My final thoughts are basically that a lot of audio devices now are recording 32-bit, but I want it on the camera to maintain sync. I don't want separate video and audio files that I have to sync up in post-production. Obviously, there's tools like timecode, tentacle sync, pluralize that still work and get the job done. But for maximum efficiency, for maximum speed, I want my audio right from the start paired with my video for perfect sync, and it's not extra work to do later. So I think this solution with the XLR2 adapter does work well for the GH7, but I'm looking forward to a future where we can streamline even more and have 32-bit built right in so you can record as minimally as possible and still get those maximum benefits. Isn't technology so cool? Now we've got 24-bit, we've got 32-bit, we've got AI processing. There's so many tools available, and you can still make the 24-bit work. You just got to be more careful. And the 32-bit will definitely save you if you're in a moment where something does get exceptionally loud. A gunshot, thunderclap, someone screaming like I was. I wanted to test it with a person talking because I think that's the most common scenario most of us are trying to record audio in, is just a regular person talking. But sometimes people get louder and sometimes people get softer. But certainly if you're in any situation where things are really loud, a concert, a monster truck show, I don't know what you're recording, but it might be loud. And if you need that safety net, the 32-bit definitely works. You just have to remember to turn it on and make sure it's enabled. If you accidentally record in 24-bit mode, you're not going to get those same benefits. So it is a setting on the camera that you have to pick. It's not on, it might be on by default when you plug the XLR in. I don't actually know. I've done too many things to this camera to know for sure how it comes by default, but definitely check it. If you're ever in doubt, check those audio meters on the GH7. If they're all green, it should be in 32-bit mode, and it should say that in the bottom left-hand side of the LCD display on the back of the camera. It'll say 32-bit or 24-bit, depending on which mode you're in. Just make sure you're in the right mode. One caveat here is that on the GH7, they did add a feature that I had been asking for a long time. These LUMIX cameras have had support for the XLR adapters since the XLR1, but unfortunately, whenever you plugged that XLR adapter in, the internal mics would stop recording. You wouldn't have access to them. So even if you were only running, one track of audio of XLR, you never had scratch audio via the camera microphones, the in-body ones. However, they solved that problem on the GH7. You can now record the XLR adapter, as well as those internal microphones if you're not running too many tracks. However, that mode is limited to 24-bit. Because you're using those internal mics, it's not running through the XLR2, which is the secret sauce that makes this all work. So if you're having trouble finding 32-bit mode in the menu, if it's not working, just make sure that you're on XLR only and not XLR plus body. Again, I'm happy they added this feature. It's really cool that you can do this now, where you can record scratch audio with the camera mics. It's a feature I've wanted for a long, long time. Glad it's there on the GH7, but just know that that mode is not 32-bit enabled. For 32-bit, you've got to run everything through that XLR2 adapter, which is really great, actually. As long as if someone's plugged in XLR, you've got the additional input 3 where you can run left and right, and there you fill all 4 tracks of audio with 32-bit audio. Really cool stuff, and so glad we're here. And then if you're having trouble or you don't have this camera, you don't have this combo, there's always those AI tools to the rescue, or they can make your content sound kind of weird.
Really soft and quiet. Does expand the areas of me. I talk like this. It's really quiet. Or can't keep a shut up limit. I can't. Sorry, why stay here.